Welcome everybody. Consistent with section 747A of the Local Government Act 1993 and the current public health order, this meeting of Liverpool Plains Shire Council is being live streamed to Council's website. A webcast of this meeting will be published to Council's website at www.liverpoolplains.newsouthwales.gov.au so that it is available for viewing by members of the public. Acknowledgement of country and council prayer, Councillor Cudmore.
Acknowledgement of country. Today we gather on the land of the Kamilaroi Nation. We therefore need to acknowledge the traditional owners and custodians of this land. We also pay our respects to the Aboriginal elders, both past and present, and further extend that respect to other adults that have joined us today. Council prayer. Lord, we ask that you watch over this council, guide us in our deliberations and decisions for the betterment of all the people of our Shire and Australia. Amen.
Apologies and applications for leave of absence. Recommendation that the leave of absence for Councillor Cohen be received and accepted. Do I have a mover? Councillor Lawson, a seconder. Councillor Allen. Those in favour? Those against? Carried. Item 3, confirmation of minutes. 3.1 minutes of the council meeting held on the 18th of January 2023. The recommendation that the minutes of the council meeting held on the 18th of January 2023 be received and the recommendations therein be adopted. Do I have a mover? Councillor Allen, seconded. Councillor Wynne. Did you wish to speak to it, Councillor Allen?
No, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Anyone else wishing to speak for or against the motion? If not, I'll put the motion. Those in favour? Those against? Carried. Item 4, disclosures of interests. Any councillor wishing to disclose any interest in the meeting paper? If not, I'll go on to item 5, the mayoral minute. The item 5.1, the recommendation that council receive and note the mayoral minute, which I will move. I have a seconder. Councillor Cudmore. Did you wish to speak for or against it, Councillor Cudmore?
No, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
No, not anyone else wishing to speak for or against it? If not, I'll put the motion. Those in favour? Those against? Carried. Item 5.2, recruitment of new general manager. The recommendation that Council 1 delegates to the Mayor the task of managing the recruitment process pursuant to the guidelines of the appointment and oversight of general managers. 2, notes the information in relation to the appointment of the LG Management Solutions to recruit a new general manager. 3, establish a selection panel consisting of the Mayor, the Deputy Mayor, Councillor Terry Cohen, Councillor Donald Lawson, Mark Anderson from LG Management Solutions as the suitable qualified person independent of the council. And did I miss the fourth one? Yeah, that's right. Chris Weber.
3, Mr. Mayor.
No, that's right. Yeah. Item 4, endorse the selection panel to undertake the interviews with candidates and present a report with the recommendation to council. 5, request the selection panel present a report to be considered at an extraordinary meeting of council in closed session to resolve to appoint a successful candidate to the position of general manager. I wish to move this report. Do I have a seconder? Councillor Cudmore. Did you wish to speak for or against it, Councillor Cudmore?
No, thanks, Mr. Mayor.
Anyone else wishing to speak for or against the motion? If not, I'll put the motion. Those in favour? Those against? Carried. Item 6, inward correspondence and petitions, nil. Item 7, reports to council. Item 7.1, executive services report for February 2023. The recommendation that council receive and note the executive services report for February 2023. Do I have a mover? Councillor Lawson, a seconder. Councillor Cudmore, did you wish to speak to it, Councillor Lawson?
Just to say that I noted that we've only got the resolutions from 2023 on the register, and I'd like to see the resolutions from 2022 that have not yet been actioned going forward, so that we can have a look at those.
Did you wish to speak to them? Thanks, Councillor Lawson, that's noted. Anyone else wishing to speak for or against the motion? If not, I'll put the motion. Those in favour? Those against? Carried. Item 7.2, Resolutions Register Update. The recommendation that Council receive and note the resolution register as at the 14th of February 2023, appended at Annexure A. Do I have a mover? Councillor Lawson, a seconder. Councillor Allen, did you wish to speak to it, Councillor Lawson? Anyone else wishing to speak for or against the motion? If not, I'll put the motion. Those in favour? Those against? Carried. Item 7.3, appointment of council or delegates to the 2023 conferences. The recommendation that Council appoint the following councillors to attend each of the following conferences being held in 2023. The first nomination is for the LGNSW Annual Conference, which I put my name forward for. There are two other councillors that wish to attend, Councillor Allen, Councillor Lawson. You want that moved as we go? That was A. B, LG New South Wales Tourism Conference, one councillor.
I'd have to do that, wouldn't I?
You can if you want.
Okay, I'll have a go.
Councillor Wynne. C, Australian Local Government Women's Association New South Wales Conference. This needs to be another lady, Councillor Lawson.
Can I just
Sorry.
get to that one?
Yeah.
Last year I wasn't able to attend that because of the timing of it, so is it possible to put someone else as the backup for that if they have not scheduled a date yet?
Well, it'd have to be Councillor Wynne. Are you prepared to be back up for that?
Oh, does Kenny put the dress on?
Can you just
Is
make
it just the women?
Yeah.
You can attend without being.
Yeah, I understand that, but it'd be with two women councillors, it's preferable that
Yeah.
it's a female
Yes,
councillor.
it's just it.
Can you note that, Christy?
Thank you.
D, Floodplain Management, the Australian National Conference. I normally attend this one myself. If there's anyone else that wishes to attend, I'm happy to step aside and let them attend it.
I'll go if you can.
You'll be a backup, or do you want to go?
No, I'll go if you can.
Okay. You've got that, Christy? Item E, New South Wales Local Roads Congress. Ken?
Yes, please.
Councillor Cudmore. F, LGNSW Water Management Conference. I've attended these in the past as well. So if there's no one else wants to go, is there anyone else that would like to attend them? Okay, it looks like me. Item G, Australian Local Government Association National General Assembly, and it's normally me that goes to that. Everyone happy for me to attend that? That's it. Item 2, approve reimbursement of out-of-pocket expenses incurred by councillor delegates attending the above conferences in accordance with the council expenses and facilities policy. 3, note that the councillor delegates are required to provide a written delegates report to council following each conference attended. Can I have a mover for those delegations? Councillor Wynne, seconded, Councillor Allen. Did you wish to speak to it, Councillor Wynne?
Nothing to spend.
Anyone else wishing to speak for or against the motion? If not, I'll put the motion. Those in favour? Those against? Carried. Item 7.4, delivery program for 2022-26, mid-year progress report as at the 31st of December 2022. The recommendation that Council receive and note the delivery program for 2022-2026 mid-year progress report as at the 31st of December 2022, appended at Annexure A. Do I have a mover? Councillor Allen, a seconder. Councillor Cudmore. Did you wish to speak to it, Councillor Allen?
No, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Anyone else wishing to speak for or against the motion? If not, I'll put the motion. Those in favour? Those against? Carried. Item 7.5, quarterly business review statement ending 31st of December 2022. The recommendation that Council 1 receive and note the budget review as appended at Annexure A for the second quarter ending the 31st of December 2022. 2, adopt the revised budget forecast and actual year-to-date results as detailed in this report. Do I have a mover? Councillor Lawson, a seconder. Councillor Cudmore. Did you wish to speak to it, Councillor Lawson?
No, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Anyone else wishing to speak for or against the motion? If not, I'll put the motion. Those in favour? Those against? Carried. Item 7.6, statement of investments for January 2023. The recommendation that Council receive and note the statement of investments as at the 31st of January 2023. I have a mover. Councillor Wynne, a seconder. Councillor Cudmore, did you wish to speak to it, Councillor Wynne?
No, thank you.
Anyone else wishing to speak for or against the motion? If not, I'll put the motion. Those in favour? Those against? Carried. Item 7.7, 2024 local government elections. The recommendation that Council 1 resolves to, pursuant to Section 296 bracketed 2 and bracketed 3 of the Local Government Act 1993 bracketed New South Wales, that an election arrangement be entered into by contract for the Electoral Commissioner to administer all elections of the Council. 2, pursuant to Section 296 bracketed 2 and bracketed 3 of the Act, as applied and modified by Section 18, that Council poll arrangement be entered into by contract for the Electoral Commissioner to administer all Council polls of the Council. 3, pursuant to Section 296 bracketed 2 and bracketed 3 of the Act, as applied and modified by Section 18, that a constitutional referendum arrangement be entered into by contract for the Electoral Commissioner to administer all constitutional referendums of the Council. Do I have a mover? Councillor Lawson, a seconder. Councillor Allen, did you wish to speak to it, Councillor Lawson?
No, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Anyone else wishing to speak for or against the motion? If not, I'll put the motion. Those in favour? Those against? Carried. Item 7.8, Corporate and Community Services Directorate Report for February 2023. The recommendation that Council receive and note the Corporate and Community Services Directorate briefing for February 2023 as detailed in this report. Do I have a mover? Councillor Lawson, a seconder. Councillor Wynne, do you wish to speak to it, Councillor Lawson?
Just wanted to say that perhaps in the future we can find a way of acknowledging the LAG minutes for our various LAGs and any submissions or recommendations that they make to council. I know that we haven't in this report, but if we could find a way to perhaps have them so that we're acknowledging those minutes separately, that'd be great. Thank you.
Thanks, Councillor Lawson, that's noted. Anyone else wishing to speak for or against the motion? If not, I'll put the motion. Those in favour? Those against? Item 7.9, Station Street Upgrade. Recommendation that council, one, reject all tenders and carry out the requirements of the contract itself through calling of quotes for A, traffic management, B, excavation works, C, drainage works, D, curb and gutter, E, curb blisters, F, bitumen sealing, G, signage and bollards. Do I have a mover? Councillor Allen, seconded Councillor Wynne, you seconded? Moved Councillor Allen, seconded Councillor Wynne. Did you wish to speak to it, Councillor Allen?
Oh, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Anyone else wishing to speak for or against the motion? Councillor Cudmore?
Can I just have a bit of an update of why we're rejecting all tenders? Because most of the work's already been done, isn't it? So I'm not quite sure what tenders we are talking about.
Thank you, Councillor Cutmore, through the mayor. So we've done a bit of work on the curb and gutter that's in front of the side of the park, but a bigger part of the works is pedestrian calming devices, so blisters to shorten crossings and hopefully reduce the speed environment of here. So in front of the RSL Club, there's going to be 2 blisters to shorten the crossing, and there'll be a blister just on the corner here of Daly Street and Station Street to shorten the crossing across there as well. So that's the majority of the cost of the works.
Right, thank you.
Could you tell me if the crossing's going to be marked or just left for people's discretion? Because there's only about one pedestrian crossing that's marked in Corindai.
So through the mayor, I would expect that the crossing will not be marked, as it's highly unlikely it would meet the warrant to have pedestrian marking.
Okay.
If there's no other questions on that, I'll put the motion. Those in favour? Those against? Carried. Item 7.10, fixing country roads and bridges. The recommendation that council, 1, purchase direct from InQuick through local government procurement the design and supply of 2 single-span InQuick semi-modular bridge systems. The InQuick system arrives on-site packaged in prefabricated panels and connectors to assemble the bridge structure. 2, engage a concrete contractor to supply and pour concrete foundations for the InQuick bridge. I have a mover. Councillor Lawson, a seconder. Councillor Cudmore. Did you wish to speak to it, Councillor Lawson?
Just to say thank you, because it seems like a fairly innovative solution to what we require in order to deliver those bridges. So it's really good.
Thanks, Councillor Lawson. If there's no other speakers for or against, I'll put the motion. Those in favour? Those against? Carried. Item 7.11, Plains Fitness Centre modernisation. The recommendation that council receive and note the progress on the upgrade of the Plains Fitness Centre in accordance with the adopted recreational strategy for the following works. Do I have a mover? Councillor Allen, a seconder. Councillor Cudmore. Did you wish to speak to it, Councillor Allen?
Just to say that hopefully it will improve the facility and open it up to a wider participation in the future. Thank you.
Thanks, Councillor Allen. If there's anyone else wishing to speak for or against the motion? If not, I'll put the motion. Those in favour? Those against? Carried. Item 7.12, Town Water Supply Status Update. Recommendation that council receive and note the water supply status report. I have a mover. Councillor Lawson, seconder. Councillor Wynne. Did you wish to speak to it, Councillor Lawson? Anyone else wishing to speak for or against the motion? If not, I'll put the motion. Those in favour? Those against? Carried. Item 7.13, Quipolly Water Project Construction Progress Report. The recommendation that council receive and note this month's progress of the Quipolly Water Project's design and construction phases. I have a mover. Councillor Allen. I second that, Councillor Wynne. Did you wish to speak to it, Councillor Allen?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just an update from the updates we've been receiving. I think it would be very beneficial for all the councils to go out and continue to monitor and have a look at the progress. I know we started, I think it was initially when it first started off, so it'd be interesting to see how far it's come along. Pictures can only say so many words, so I'd like to go out and have a look. Thanks, Mr. Mayor.
Thanks, Councillor Allen. I think our guys have got that underway, or arranging that now. Anyone else wishing to speak for or against the motion? If not, I'll put the motion. Those in favour? Those against? Carried. Item 7.14, Regional Procurement Tender SPT 052021 LPSC, addition of contractors to the panel contract. The recommendation that Council 1 approve the addition of Nicholas Smirnoff, Transport, I've got that right. Trading as NST Werris Creek, New South Wales, Bennett Earth Moving and Plant Hire Proprietary Limited, Manila, New South Wales, CPS Earthworks and Land Management, Corindi, New South Wales, Ben McLean Trading as Mac Demo, New South Wales Proprietary Limited, Corindi, New South Wales to tender SPT 052021 LPSC as a supplier for the provision of plant and equipment hire up to the 30th of June 2023. Item 2, allow provision for a 12-month extension for NST Bennett Earth Moving and Plant Hire Proprietary Limited, CPS Earth Moving and Land Movement and Mac Demo Proprietary Limited until the 30th of June 2024. We'll have a mover. Councillor Lawson, seconded Councillor Cutmore. Did you wish to speak with Councillor Lawson?
Not so much the issue of the panel itself, but I was just wondering, under this item, with the IPR linkage, the strategy is 5, increase awareness of costs involved in managing community assets due to poor environmental practices, vandalism, illegal dumping, poor land management. I was just wondering, is some of this to do with managing illegal dumping, or is that just an incorrect, it's just an error?
But I believe that's just an error in the classification.
Anyone else wishing to speak for or against the motion? If not, I'll put the motion. Those in favour? Those against? Carried. Item 7.15, draft heavy haulage contribution plan for 2022-23. The recommendation that Council endorse the draft heavy haulage contribution plan for 2023, and 2, place the draft heavy haulage contribution plan 2023 on public exhibition for a period of 28 days and adopt the plan as exhibited, subject to no submissions being received. Do I have a mover? Councillor Cudmore, seconded Councillor Allen. Did you wish to speak to it, Councillor Cudmore?
No.
Anyone else wishing to speak for or against the motion? If not, I'll put the motion. Those in favour? Those against? Item 7.16, DA 47/2022, proposed alterations to Plains Fitness Gym, 62 Station Street, Corindi. The recommendation that Council 1 grant development consent to DA 47/2022 pursuant to section 4.16 of the Environmental Planning and Assessment Act 1979, subject to conditions in Schedule 1. Do I have a mover? Councillor Allen, I second that. Councillor Cudmore, did you wish to speak to it, Councillor Allen?
No, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Anyone else wishing to speak for or against the motion? If not, I'll put the motion. Those in favour? Those against? Carried. Item 7.17, Infrastructure and Environmental Services Directorate Report for February 2023. Recommendation that Council receive and note the Infrastructure and Environmental Services Directorate Report for the month of February 2023. Do I have a mover? Councillor Lawson, I seconder. Councillor Allen, did you wish to speak to it, Councillor Lawson? Anyone else wishing to speak for or against the motion? If not, I'll put the motion. Those in favour? Those against? Carried. 8, delegates' reports, nil. Those that motion are issued with notice, nil. Confidential matters. Recommendation that council considers the confidential reports, bracketed S, listed below, in a meeting closed to the public in accordance with section 10A, bracketed 2 of the Local Government Act 1993. 10.1, update of bankruptcy 2986/19/7. This matter is considered to be confidential under section 10A, bracketed 2, bracketed B of the Local Government Act, and the council is satisfied that discussion on this matter in an open meeting would on balance be contrary to the public interest, as it deals with discussion in relation to the personal hardship of a resident or ratepayer. Mover to move into confidential. Councillor Allen, seconder. Councillor Cudmore. Yeah. Those in favour? Those against? Carried. Item 10.1, the update on the bankruptcy 2986/19/7. The recommendation that council have agreed to fund the possession orders as detailed within this report. The resolution was resolved unanimously. Being no further business, I declare the meeting closed at
3:40.